Good morning, everyone. My name is Mike Renick. I'm a local real estate broker with Team Renick Real Estate Services, part of that Keller Williams on the Water family. We're so proud to be a part of those folks and aligned with them. Our goal going forward is to broadcast information of interest 5 days a week. So on Mondays, we're going to continue with the market update. Tuesdays, I'm going to jump over to my personal page. We've got a contest and a challenge going that will benefit two charities over there. On Wednesdays, we'll be back with Title Time with Mike and Mike. Mr. Hankin is a local real estate attorney, and he and I, let's prove I do know how to speak English. Both of us will talk about issues related to title. On Thursdays, I'll be running solo, and we'll talk about things that I think might be important. I'll be addressing questions that come in from you folks via email. On Fridays, we're hoping to launch a brand new series that deal with real estate insurance and some of the things you need to look for and pitfalls and things like that. So if I can bring this up, today is the market update. And if I can do, let's do a whole screen here. Let's see what happens. There we go. And if I click over, there we go. So I'm going to go screen wide. So here's our coverage plans for Mondays. Every month, the first Monday, we'll talk about what trends do we see in the area sales. Are sales going up, going down, or are they flat? And what does that mean to us as buyers and sellers? Second Monday, we'll look at prices. Very important part of the entire equation. The third Monday, how much inventory is out there? And today, the fourth Monday, how long does it take to get property sold? It's a combination of all of these on a county level, a city level, and within our own subdivision or condo association that makes a difference. So as we go forward, let's take a look at property sales in terms of the length of the time. In Sarasota County, we're seeing the average days on the market to be 81 days. That's up a little bit from last month, and it's down a little bit from last year. So the trend seems to be about the same. So on average, if you're going to list a property for sale in Sarasota County, you can see that it takes somewhere between 6-7 weeks or so on average. Now, we can dive into this down to different price points because it does vary. Condos versus home, it does vary. So again, this is just a macro level so that we as buyers, or if we're on the sell side, can leverage this information for an advantage. When we jump over to Manatee County, we're seeing 70 days. That's down a lot from last month. It's down 12.5%. It's down 8% from last year. So we see a trend moving downwards back from the January timeframe. There was a blip in May, but we see things coming down, and that's good news story if you're a seller. If a buyer, there's still ways to leverage this information for your advantage. When we dive down into the cities, we look at Longboat Key. It's 116 days. That's down 24% from last month, but last month was kind of an aberration. It was up to 153 days. It's down a little bit from last year. So all in all, we see kind of a steady trend into maybe a 4-month period to get properties sold on average. Again, homes could be different than condos. Different price points could be different. This is just the starting point. Jumping up to Holmes Beach and Bradenton Beach, we see 103 days. That's down significantly from last month, and it's down significantly from last year. So overall, good news story in Holmes Beach. Siesta Key. We see 100 days on the market. That's down 6.5% from last month. It's down 8.3% from last year. We jump to Venice. Venice took a big jump. It's actually up 26% from last month, up 14% from last year. We need to dig deeper into this as buyers and sellers to understand the why behind all of these numbers, and that allows us to leverage it from a competitive advantage. And when we look at Sarasota, we see 78 days, down 6% from last month, down almost 5% from last year. And in Bradenton, 64 days, down 21% from last month, but last month was an aberration. Again, it was high, down 7% from last year. So when we look at this data, the whole key again is how can we leverage that for us as buyers, or how can we leverage that as sellers? This is just the starting point. We look at sales, we look at prices, inventory levels, how long it takes to get property sold. And from there, we can plot our strategy. It isn't just about taking buyers out and showing properties. Not at all. it isn't just about putting something on the MLS system and keeping your fingers crossed and hoping everything works out fine. There's a lot of work that a professional real estate broker needs to go through. So we provide this information just as a starting point. If you reach out to me, either that's my personal cell and my email address, and you would like data on your area, no obligation, no high sales, no pressure. I just don't believe in that kind of stuff. We believe that if we help as many people as possible, good things will come back at us, and we can engage on any level that you would like. So even if you just have questions, we're happy to provide this data and even a deeper dive into the data for you with no obligation. Again, this is Mike Renick. I'm a real estate broker, Keller Williams on the Water, Sarasota. I'm happy to bring this information to you. Again, we're going 5 days a week at 9 a.m. Hopefully this information makes a difference to you and you find it helpful. Send me any questions that you've got. Feel free to use a text. Feel free to reach out via email or give me a call directly. So whatever you need that I can help with, let me know. Again, this is Monday. It's July 23rd. Boy, this year's going by fast. Take care, everyone. I appreciate your dialing into this.